We back, we back, we back, we back. Pardon. I think Instagram cut us off. They only give you a certain amount of time. Know what I mean? We don't get old back up in here. We back, we back, we back. The hip hop room with your boy Mickey Bundles. Yes, sir. Yeah, we back. Thank everybody for tuning in. Part one. Know what I mean? Good interview. Good chop up. Wait for O to get back up in here. Get some people up in here. Alright, look like the Milwaukee Bucks is going home. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. Know what I mean? Shout out to Jimmy Butler. He doing his numbers. Definitely. O want to check in. Super facts. That's right. Instagram cut me off. I think they give you a certain amount of time.
Yeah, after hours. Yeah, I know.
Oh, word? Damn, they on it like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And we just be chopping it up. It was even like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit didn't even seem long, V. But I was just saying before we got cut off,
Yeah, Rapinoid.
Yeah, I like that taught me to stop being so standoffish to people, like, because Noid is the nigga energy was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he knew who I was, and I knew who he was, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, Noid is on some big ass records, so but he was a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? His energy was good, and it was just it was good meeting him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Oh, another thing I'll give you credit for. Back then in hip hop, right, when we was running around, like when I first started going on the road with you, a lot of back then wearing baggy jeans, Timbs, looking a little rough and dusty was the move. You was one of the first fly niggas like I know in the game that took pride in really dressing fly, matched, always, you know what I'm saying? Your sneaker game was always up to par. Like you was one of the first niggas that was like, fuck this dusty looking shit. Like you was really like dressing on some real Brooklyn get fly shit.
Nah, that was some Brooklyn shit for real. Like for me, like I had cousins that's maybe 10 years older than me that grew up in Vanderbilt over there on Foster Ave, Foster Projects and all that shit. And yeah, them niggas used to wear, all the shit you see like Jam Master Jay early on with Run DMC, the straddles and certain type of leathers and shit like that. Yeah. Like that's my cousin in them era. Like DMC and them running them is they era, so they wore tailor-made shit and shit like that. But for me, like I don't know, the dusty shit wasn't my thing, man. Like fuck, I want to look dusty for that wasn't my thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like now as I sit back and I analyze and think of a lot of things, now they come to me, I'm like, wait, hold up. My guy was doing all that before a lot of people was. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's always about how you carried yourself. Like you carried yourself with a lot of like everything, I wouldn't say military, but everything was planned out, everything was serious. There was no time for games. And you move like that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's probably the unapproachable probably came to people because when they seen you, your mom was straight on business. Like my mom was, I'm gonna do this show, I'm getting this paper, and then I can see what's going on after that. But right now, don't bother me because we got a job to do. You know what I mean? I learned that.
Nah, it used to be like that. Like, I used to do shows, and this is when I would drive myself sometimes. Like, we would do shows or, I used to hang out with Jay quite often when he was early on. Yeah, so I used to drive up to the shows with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever they was going. And, Jay, I had records out, or, my shit was out already, but Jay was that nigga you describing too, the fly dressing, low-key dressing. You look at his jewelry, is small, but you look closer, the shit is diamonds and it's platinum, and you know what I'm saying? So I never forget one time, I had the long chain on the Jewel shit. Nobody was wearing the long chain before me. And I tell niggas why. Biz, we snatched the idea from Biz Mark. Biz Mark had long chains because he's a tall dude. I tried one of his chains on and was like, this shit would look dope if I had a chain this long on my neck. and that's where the chain happened. And I seen Jay in the Diamond District one time, and he was like, "Yo, this shit is crazy." And then next thing you know, the Rockefeller chains, Mobb Deep in there with the chains, long
Yeah,
chain down to
Nas
my
with the
dick
long chain.
chain, Nas
Yup.
with it. It's like, damn, niggas don't give me no credit. Cool. Side.
That's what's up. What's up to this day? You and Jay still cool?
Yeah, as far as I know, I haven't seen the dude though. I haven't seen Jay since shit. I remember one time being downtown in the Fulton Street Mall. That's the last time I seen this nigga. That
Mm.
was a long time ago. That's the first time I seen the Bentley. And I had the SL 500. And he pulled up on the side. And well, he didn't pull up on the side. You remember them little narrow streets downtown?
Yeah.
Downtown Fulton, them side streets. And he was like, "Yo, what up?" I'm like, "What up, man?" I'm like, "Shit, I'm just coming out." He like, "I'm going in, come back in." And I'm like, people started crowding around. And I was just like, "Yo, man, me and Shorty is out." And he like, "Yo, man, you don't do me like that?" I'm like, "Nigga, like you attracting attention." Like, he got a big ass Bentley Azul out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, midnight blue is summertime. That shit is gleaming. I'm like, nigga, I'll catch you on another note, man. I ain't going in there. And
Yo, that's
that was
dope.
the last time I really seen him.
Yo, remember he performed? I think you had a show in Philly. It was him. You was performing. Fugees. I think Jay-Z opened up. I think he did one song. I
Yeah, this
remember
is the
that.
Jay-Z that niggas ain't know at that time though. Like,
Yeah, that's a
that's why
fact.
I said, yo, I didn't work hard enough. I seen Jay work hard, man. Like, Jay was making music every day. That
Yeah,
nigga's
yeah. In my
catalog
lifetime was out.
amazing. Yeah, contrary to a lot of shit that's going on and a lot of shit I don't agree with the nigga, I respect him on his work ethic. Like, the nigga is, his
He
catalog is
wanted it.
amazing.
Yeah, he
He
wanted
wanted,
it.
he
That's
would
a
be in the
fact.
studio every night. Every night.
Yeah, he wanted it. Y'all can give him to that. That's that you
Yeah,
can vouch for that. Jay wanted it
yeah.
definitely.
He exactly where he's
Salute.
supposed to be. Like, he really, that's what he set out to be. And that's what I tell people, like, people ain't realize Big L was like that. And a lot of niggas probably wouldn't like L if he was alive. Like, cause he was going for that superstar shit.
Yeah, flamboyant. That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
fact. L was another one. I say you and Big L, y'all was a lot of rappers' favorite rappers. Like y'all was well respected. Y'all might have been on that plateau at certain dudes, but y'all was well respected. And when it come to lyricism, y'all gotta be up there.
Yeah,
You know
nah,
what I mean?
L battled everybody. L battled Jake. It just ain't, ask Dame about it.
Okay.
That's how they got cool. That shit was a tie, basically. Like, niggas
Mm.
brought Jake. Jake came to his block. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But, you know, that's where they got cool because it was like, all right, not today, nigga. Nobody's dying tonight. Like, niggas is, you get busy, I get busy. And L, showbiz would
L,
call L the ciphers in different parts of the city. Wake the nigga up, yo, I got 500 for you. Come to this and wipe these niggas out real quick. And L would do that.
L punchline game was crazy. His punchlines was crazy.
Yeah, but
Ebonics, that's a classic.
he to me, what I best describe Big L as is what Murder Mook is now.
Mm.
Murder Mook is a problem.
Right.
Like, that
Definitely.
he's perfect the way he puts his shit together. Like, L mastered, I see Mook mastered that shit. L mastered, I ain't seen too many people do that shit. The way Mook do it, niggas, it
Yeah.
flies over niggas' heads. But I'm like, yo, this nigga, he's calling M out. He can do that.
Mm. That's real. He definitely could do that. I
Yeah.
mean, L was nice, man. Ahead of his time, man. Like the way he was just rhyming, you could tell like he one of them cats that could rhyme for like 3 hours if you let him.
Yeah,
Know what I
nah,
mean?
he was about his business. Like the nigga had what was amazing about him is it wasn't how many books he had, it's how much shit he memorized. And
Yeah,
he had
I
shit
see.
memorized. Like I ain't never seen that before ever. I still haven't seen it. The closest thing might be Jay talking
Nice.
that I don't write shit. Like L had rhymes memorized that I used to be like, yo, like where that came from? I ain't see you write. He like, nah, that shit was in, it was something I had already. It's like, oh
So a lot
shit.
of dudes, so a lot of dudes you that say they don't write shit, you think they wrote it, but they just be memorizing to the point where they don't got to bring a book to the studio?
Yeah,
Uh
definitely.
huh. I thought
Definitely.
that. I was to think about that. Like, wait, hold on. That off the head, and you just made a platinum record? Nah, like, come on. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
nah. But that's
Exactly.
not easy to do. That's not easy to memorize. You talking about look at how many words you putting on the paper between the lines, right?
Uh-huh.
You talking about books. One book of that shit is a lot of words to memorize.
Definitely,
This
definitely.
nigga was doing this shit. He was doing this shit. And he ain't the only one. DMX is like that. It's a chosen few that's like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that
Mm-hmm.
to a point. But these niggas was freaky uh uh extraordinary with that shit. Like I never seen that before. Like DMX is one of them niggas you stand outside and battle niggas for hours. That wasn't no off the top shit. That was shit he
Right.
had written for years.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. ODB was like that too. He had
Yeah,
rhymes for years. Yeah,
yeah. Buster is
yeah,
like that. Like niggas sleep on Buster. I'm like, yo, y'all talk Buster. Y'all never mentioned Buster. All right.
yeah. They never mentioned Buster. Buster was another one who would be outside of the venue, still rhyming all night.
Rhyming all night, battling niggas, all that shit.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, man, like, just certain people are with that shit. Like L's with that shit, and he wanted superstardom though. He didn't want, which was you think about that now. That was very intelligent of him to do that, to to,
Right.
to seek that, because we in the music business. This shit ain't no amateur at the Apollo shit. Like you here to sell
Right.
records.
That's real. Yep. So the hip hop room, right? We do on my podcast, my show, I do a lot of hip hop. I got a question for you. If Kane and
Mm.
Rakim was to do a versus, who you rolling with?
I'm gonna have to go with Rakim just because I'm biased to Ra. Then that's probably I take him
Yeah.
over. Yeah, and see, me and L used to argue over this shit. He had Kane over Rakim. That's why Kane is on L's album.
Right. And L was on K album too. I forgot what was the song
Mm-hmm.
they had. That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact. So
Rakim all
you
day
say
though.
Rakim? You say Rakim because you bias to him, but you think his body of work is better?
I think his body of work is more perfection.
Okay. His first
I
two
think he's the
albums, all you
perfect
gotta do is
MC.
change
Like
those.
I just think he's the perfect MC, man. Like, you know, for their era they got Rakim. For our era we got Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a
um,
fact.
I just think he's the Kaz is the blueprint to all of us, right? But
Salute to
Rakim,
Grandmaster Flash.
right? But Rakim took it somewhere else, and it's
Yeah.
never been. And Nas finessed it a whole different way, but he always reminded me of Rakim. You
And
know,
you
the
come from that camp
attitude.
too. You
I'm
heard?
from that cloth too, but I
Definitely.
think
Definitely.
I think Rakim just mastered something that he stumbled upon that shit. He didn't even want to rap.
I see his interview, he's mentioned that, yeah. He
How the
was into
fuck?
jazz
How
and some shit,
crazy
right?
is that? Nigga said I wasn't taking this shit serious. Like I wanted to play football.
Yeah.
He
Be
didn't
like
care
that.
about the rap. B.
And
Eric B.
that's
Father was like, yo, y'all niggas make 30,000 a night. Y'all better get serious.
mm, that's dope. So who out there that you feel that should be like that slept on, don't really get mentioned, but from your era that you feel like that was a dope MC, but nobody really talks about him?
From my era?
Yeah.
Tretch.
Good
I
one.
think people, I think people don't put him in the plug because of all the records they sold. But Eminem sold records. Y'all
Tretch
still
was
respect
nice.
him?
Tretch was
Yo,
nice. Salute to Tretch.
Tretch is still nice, but dude, I've seen his shows. I've seen him come up. I've seen him whip ass. Just because niggas thought, nigga was soft and he had 200 niggas with him and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the chain come out with the lock. You know what I mean? Like, but Tretch is a cool nigga. He's a laid back nigga till you fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like, but
Definitely.
neither here nor there. Fuck all that violent shit, man. Him, he's a problem. A lot of niggas didn't want to do records with him.
Yeah, Tretch the problem. And they had them anthems. They kind of like mastered the anthems, man.
They kind of mastered anything. They did. Tretch is, yo, them niggas is the Earth, Wind, and Fire hip hop. That's what I call them. And Cypress Hills is the Rolling Stones of hip hop.
Right. And Run DMC is who?
Shit, Run DMC is like the Temptations.
That's what's up. Run DMC did a lot for hip hop. Groundbreaking.
Nigga, they got threatened for doing Walk This Way. Like, white boys wasn't trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? And white fans was like, hell no, we don't want no kind of nigga mashup like that. And that shit
worked.
It worked, and it got him to MTV.
Yep. Somebody in the comments just mentioned, they said Inspector Deck. You feel like he don't get his just due?
He don't, but I look at Deck like, yo, certain people I don't put in that mix either. Like, it's just certain niggas, Deck is like Scottie Pippen to me. And that ain't Scottie Pippen's a hell of a ball player.
A Hall of Famer, hell yeah.
Yeah, like, what more can I say? Like, it's a lot of dudes, man. Like,
Yeah, that's a fact.
Jizza, I see just like, but it's just certain people I think people won't do records with because they'll get outdone. And I don't think like boxing matches, everybody should do records together.
Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah, that makes sense. I never thought about it that way, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? So who one of your favorite collaborations?
What, from somebody else?
Yeah, somebody you worked with before, like a record you did or collabo you did in your career.
Yo, I ain't do too many collaborations. You can count mine. I did J. Rule, Chubb Rock.
I remember that video with Crooklyn Dodgers.
Crooklyn Dodgers shit, man.
Bumpy Knuckles, that song. That was a dope song on your album.
Yeah, well, we did two on my album. We did Women G and MUG on Jewels.
Yeah. Fox was, it was Freddie Fox, and he changed his name to Bumpy Knuckles, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my, that's probably an album that at this point I wouldn't even do it now, but not because it couldn't get done, but I don't even want to do it now. But me and Fox doing the album, like me and him are a perfect marriage. And I didn't say, I seen him do an interview with Sway talking about that shit. And Sway was like, if you would do an album with anybody or who matches you, he said, besides KRS-One is, me and O have a chemistry that we don't know. I don't know where that shit came from.
Yeah. Somebody just mentioned they would love to see you work with AZ. You think that'd be a good match?
Hell yeah. That'd be a crazy lineup right there. But yo, like I said, certain people to me, just personally, I gotta hear it. Like I gotta hear a record that, and I'm sure A might feel the same way. Like he probably hears something and be like, this sound like something old. Me and O could fuck with together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you want to get the matchup, an idea to match up, just listen to him and Nas. It would sound something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody said Mike Geronimo and you. Y'all never did a song together?
Yeah, we did Men vs. Many.
Right, I thought so. I thought y'all worked together before.
Me, him, Flush.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did a joint Men vs. Many on Mike's album.
definitely, definitely. Shout out to Mike Geronimo. Flush, what up? Definitely. So, who's your dream your dream feature?
My dream feature.
Could be it gotta be rap. It could be R&B. It could be whoever.
R&B, probably Mary.
That dope. I'm surprised. Like y'all could see that. That's something that should have happened 20 years ago. See all those songs she was
Well,
doing with the Keith Murray features and all of that. I could see the
I
Smith and
tried it.
Wesson.
I tried it. See, I got stories. I tried it. I had Lauryn Hill on deck for the Far From Yours record, but she wanted too much.
Mm,
Mary just was too busy, but you know, she was willing to work, you know what I'm saying?
right.
And then Yvette was coming up, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you know, I was like, just let me slide to her and see if she can make this work, since we both I'm still on the come up too, but you know, and we made it happen, you know. And plus I was cool with Flex, you know what I mean? So that was his artist at the time.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah,
All right. Good times, man. Good memories, man.
yeah,
Yvette
yeah,
Michelle,
man.
Africa. Good memories, man. Bumpy Knuckles.
Yeah, Break
Those
B.
people,
Lou up in
man.
here.
Huh?
Break B. Lou. If people don't know who Break B. Lou is, all the break
Salute,
beats
Breaking
and all
News.
that shit. Break B. Lou.
Salute. Salute. Any of y'all producers out there, man, DM me, man. Send those beats, man. I'll shoot you a couple. I definitely want to hear some new shit from you, though, oh.
Yeah, it's coming, man. But like I said, with everything that happened and my move and
Yeah,
stuff
definitely.
like that, it slowed shit up.
Yeah. I'll be on some fuck rap. Like, I don't be want to make no more music. I got a couple of joints in the stash, but everywhere I go, people always telling me, yo, you need to put something out. I want to hear something. And it'd be more than one person. It'd be a few people. It's like people still remember me from some of the old shit or just knowing over the
Mm-hmm.
years, but it's people that still be like, yo, I want to hear an album, put out a project. And I be telling them, like, y'all all say that shit, but y'all ain't going to buy the shit. And I just started laughing, but yo, the public be, you know, they be act like they be want to hear shit from niggas. And people be always like, you know, you kind of tangled up in my story too. So when I do interviews and then I mention it, people start asking me about you. Like what he
Right.
been up to, what's going on with OC, that. And like I said, the most they always bring up is 8 Mile. It's like you attached, that song is attached, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
They
not
be
mad
like,
at
oh,
that though. It's cool.
no doubt. That's a
I
shit,
mean,
that's a good thing.
I gotta, yo, that shit benefits me to this day. So thank you, Eminem.
Dope. And he mentioned like that was one of his favorite records growing up. So that's a
Right.
good thing.
Yeah, like
That
dude kept it funky, like and that's the first shit he loses in a battle to in the movie. That's the opening in the movie, and you know, I
yep.
mean, it was a story behind that, but you know, they didn't have it cleared yet
Mm,
when the movie was out. So
wow.
you know, I had to, you know, get the lawyers on that shit. Yeah,
Get you a Steen, huh? Get you a gold Steen,
yeah,
silver Steen.
yeah.
Definitely.
But I didn't want to be disrespectful. Not because I'm afraid of Eminem, because I respect him. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know, I wasn't dealing with him directly, but his people fucked up, or one or two of his
Mm,
people fucked up, not going through the proper channels. So they had Buck on. They took care of Buck, but it's two people that own the song, and it's me and it's Bucky. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
And they had to I think, give Rick Slick Rick a check. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you
That's
know,
respect, right?
yeah, definitely. And you know, I respect him, man. So like I said, I still eat off of that shit.
That's good. That's good, man. So overall, the rap game it's been good to you more than bad, right?
It could have been it can be a whole lot better, a or it could have been. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, at this stage of the game, for some reason, everybody popping out the woodwork on me in the past 5 years. Like, like I ain't been working, and I'm like, I've been working. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. What fucks me up though is we have the internet, so you got to be a lazy motherfucker not to know that I'm not working. Because if you on the internet, you should know. If you involved, you call yourself being involved with rap music or whatever, and you on the internet and you not in tune with what I'm doing, then keep it moving, man. Like
Got
don't blow
Spotify,
smoke up my ass.
right. They got streaming sites. Your music is on there because I definitely go on Spotify, play your opium joint, play all the joints. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you can
and look
find
at the
it if they
hits
want
on
to
there.
find it.
I don't even none of those numbers is bullshit. Like the hits is high. The streams is, I
Definitely.
mean, for me not following them shits, they high. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if I'm promoting and doing all that other shit for that. It would be crazy.
Yeah, somebody said you killed NPR. I know you did an NPR. You did a Tiny Desk concert?
Yep. I did NPR maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm going to check that out after this interview. I didn't even know that. That's what's up. Salute on that.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
You only get an invite to come on in.
You got to get an invite?
Yeah, only by invite. What that tell you?
Were they New York?
Nah, that's the irony of that shit is it's in DC. So when you make before you make the left to go into the facility where the NPR is at, right on the strip, you looking right at the Oval Office.
That's dope. That's a dope experience then. That's what's
Word.
up.
I looked at the Oval Office and I got nervous and I went and did the show and I was like, I had to calm down because I'm like, damn, I'm in the middle of DC, like by all this politician bullshit and political shit, and NPR is very political as well. Like, so March actually threw the lob to me. Somebody asked for me. Actually, the woman, her name is Abby. She runs it, the NPR, and who comes on and who doesn't. And that's why you should never shit on people, because she said she worked my third album, which was on a label called J Core, and I put a Bon Appetit out on it. TL's on it.
Bon Appetit, yeah.
And homegirl worked for that label, and I said, was I ever mean or fucked up to you? She was like, hell no, you was always a gentleman, you was always cool. And she threw a lob at me and got me on NPR. So I'm probably at a million views now, something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out after this interview. That's what's up. So streaming, do like older artists, like veteran artists, that kind of like keep money in your pocket. That kind of keep that works for you.
Yeah, do I agree with it? But yeah, it does. It gives me a piece of revenue, but you could never tell with the streaming. Like the numbers could be, like I'm sure Drake. Everybody knows who Drake is, but Drake breaks records, man. You hear what I'm telling you? Like he's probably, my man Git from the Goody Mob said last week that Drake is the best to do it, and niggas got mad. Niggas got mad. It's the truth, though.
Can't be mad at the truth.
Yeah, if you talking numbers, he beat Jay, he beat Nas, he beat whoever you wanna. He's the best to do this shit. And
that's a fact.
Niggas who responded didn't think about it. They just responded with their emotions and being stands of these guys, and they didn't think about They like, oh, he ain't Ghost Rider, he ain't no real rapper, he ain't no MC. The nigga's the #1 rap nigga on the planet.
Definitely. Everything he drop, he sells.
Everything he drops goes gold. Goes diamond and better. Singles go diamond. He got, yo, all his singles beat everybody.
You gotta give
So
it up
when
to
I
him.
looked at this, the text, the post, I was like, yeah, he's right. Get this right.
Yeah. Can't be mad at the truth, man. That's a fact. So, me ask you another thing too. Being able to with social like these sites and the internet, like having your own YouTube page, having your songs on Spotify title, that kind of works though, right? Especially like an older song like "Time's Up." That kind of works though, right?
Yeah, it helps and it hurts at the same time. But you know, like I said, you know, it's people got pages up of my records with millions of views and shit like that on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I get you. I
And
get you.
I have no control over that shit. Like I have to, you got to be Hov or Nas or Beyonce or one of them to get them shits pulled down.
Right, because they got pages like
Or it
Hot
ain't even
90s
just
Hip
about the
Hop.
pay, man. You have to prove to them. I have to prove to them that's me, first of all.
Mm,
I have to prove to these motherfuckers like, yo, somebody put my song up, uploaded it, and they're not OC. But
wow. So you gotta,
here's a screen picture of my face. Here's my license. OC is my real name, first and last abbreviated. Here's a picture with me on the album cover. Here's a picture with me and they still be like, so I said, man, fuck it. Like it helps and hurts me at the same time.
yeah. I mean, it keeps your name alive, but shit, that check gotta come with it too. You know what I mean?
No doubt. I
Yeah.
mean, shit, we got to pay our bills, take care of family. It's never really just been about money with me, but I ain't mad at the money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look, Finesse came in.
Finesse, peace, Lord Finesse, what's up?
That nigga right there, I don't got no, I mean, he's my brother. I love him. But I ain't never, ever went on the road with Ness and not made a shitload of money. Like, dude always take care of his crew. He taught us how not to, these niggas want to put you in a 2-star hotel, and that's be like, yo, that shit is 5-star, 4-star the lowest, since it's 9 of us. Other than that, he just taught me and AG and Diamond and us not to settle for less when it comes to how people treat you. You know what I'm saying? So I took pieces from everybody, man, but I'm still learning, man. Like I'm still bad in a sense with business. And so I'm reprogramming myself not to be on some, like commit the same mistakes.
Yo, definitely. We always gonna get older and keep learning, keep learning. And one thing with the rap, the hip hop, people forget though, but it doesn't. Age don't really matter. It's just how you reinvent yourself. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's just giving the people something that they gonna love.
well, this is the thing, man. People don't understand this shit. I mean, and I'm not quoting KRS. This is the real honest truth. This shit ain't 50 years old. It just turned 47, what, 2 weeks ago? A
Yeah.
few weeks ago? It's only 47 years old. It's older than that when you don't talk about the music business. It's been around a little longer than 50 years. But this shit is still young. So I get a little confused with the old head shit and old school, and it's like, yo, this shit is only 47 years old, man. Like this shit younger than me on paper. I'm
Yeah.
49.
I figure one
This shit
thing out.
47.
That
Huh?
conversation come from with that old head shit and all that is because the older you are, the more you know. So you can't run game on us. You can't beat us in the head. So who they rather talk to? Somebody young who don't know no better, who they could get over with. They rather do business
Right.
with a younger person who they could beat in the head. Because when I was young, I was quick to want to sign anything. I ain't care about no lawyer. I was just so hyped and misled about changing my situation, getting out the hood, or had dreams of being somebody. I was ready to sign my life away. But you get
Right.
older, you know, nah, I'm not doing all of that. You can't run, you know what I'm saying? So they
Yeah,
rather
nah.
deal with the young ones. Business
Yeah.
wise, they're gonna deal with somebody who don't know no better.
Yeah, no doubt. But it just fucks me up. But I can't be the only one saying something. And I've said shit. So like I said, people like, yo, old school. I'm like, yo, dogs, like y'all calling me a legend or old school or legendary. Like y'all know Kaz is still alive. Y'all know Melly Mel's still alive. I
Yeah.
know Flash still alive. Y'all know Grand Wizard Theodore still alive. Y'all know Kool Herc is still alive. Like, a lot of these guys are the ones that y'all should be giving the praise to. Not like, I'm cool with what position I play, but
Right.
these dudes, they my elders. They not old heads to me. They my
Yeah.
elders. Like, they laid the foundation and they still doing their thing. Flash, I mean, not right now. Nobody's touring, but shit, Flash still tours. Melly Mel still tours.
Message is one of the
Jazzy
biggest
J still
records.
tours. All these dudes still tour.
That's the
Fuck y'all
truth.
talking about old people, man.
Yo,
Like, yo, that's
that's crazy,
it's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
You know what my lady told me though? She said a lot of us older rappers, because I be in the crib sometimes listening to beats, trying to put something together when I feel like fucking with it. She said a lot of older guys don't have nothing to talk about no more. That's why the reason why a lot of like people don't we try to like come at us or tell us to hang it up or always build the old to the new. She said a lot of older rappers really ain't really having like when we were younger we had a lot to talk about, but now nobody want to hear you pick your kids up from school, you're a grandfather and all of that. And I was like, what?
Nah,
She was like,
that's not true.
they ain't got, you know what I mean? So I'll be trying to challenge myself to try to talk about different stuff, come with a different angle. I don't know.
Yo,
She's
how many people in this chat?
20 something, 21 right now, but it went
How
past
many of
30 a
y'all
minute
got
ago.
same moon, same sun, man? And tell me if I'm not talking about anything. How many of y'all got New Dawn? How many of y'all got opium, man? How many of y'all got trophies?
Yeah, I see them keep talking about trophies.
Let me see. Let me
Guy in
see
the
how many people comment on that shit. Like, cause I mean, that's true for some people to a degree. Cause the people who pick up your music usually want you to keep, and it's not their fault, but they just want you to keep repeating that same formula over and over. So in some cases, some people might not be saying anything, or some people just ain't saying it the way you want to hear it, and it's not, you know, attracting to you.
right.
I can't make music for kids
Yeah,
or
me either.
teenagers. Like, so I get what she's saying on that note. She is right to that degree, but yo, we dealing with everyday life, man. Like, it's always something to talk about every day.
Every day. That's a fact. Life is different. It ain't the same like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Life is different. Like you said, we older, take our health more serious. We ain't got time for
Mm-hmm.
games. I don't hang on nobody block. You know what I mean? I don't come in at 4 in
Mm-hmm.
the morning unless it's necessary. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
is a lot of things. It's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do
I'm
one thing, I'm
saying,
gonna kick
like,
some.
yeah, and I'm seeing I'm seeing people look like you said earlier in the conversation. Dudes looking younger than what they did when they was younger.
Yeah.
Because dudes done got health scares, or you get that kink in your back and you be like, oh shit, like, let me get in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was getting heavy for a minute, and I had to reevaluate my brain. Like, yo, man, like, this how you gonna go out looking like, you know, Chubsy Ubsy. You know what I'm saying? And I just said, yo, man, I gotta get back to my shit. So
Yeah,
I'm feeling
definitely.
good. My skin looking good. I'm feeling myself. Whatever.
That's good. Big 5-0 next year.
Yep. And I'm proud of that shit.
Salute. If you do something, let me know. I'll come down or whatever, man. Definitely.
Man, hopefully we be around by next. Yo, this shit is serious, man. I'm not getting into all that shit, but this shit is some. I heard it's going off up there, man. Like, a couple of family members like, yo, I'm out. Oh, can I come? I'm like, yeah, come down, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
you
New
know,
York went from COVID-19 to Glock 19. You
yo,
heard?
what's up with all of the violence, man?
Because people ain't really talking about when the Corona shit, COVID shit hit, they let about 3,000 dudes out of jail, man.
Wow.
That's how 69 got out. Like if you had any type of health ailments and you could apply for it and get accepted, they was just open to jail. They let half of Rikers Island out.
That's
during this
crazy,
pandemic.
man.
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
people still sitting in jail. So a lot of dudes
Yeah.
came home. Then you mix that criminal element back. A lot of dudes was in the house. So now everybody hit the street when the spring, summer was about to drop. It came to like there he is. And now you can wear a mask. Like a lot of these dudes ain't getting caught.
Yo,
You
think
can
about
wear,
that shit.
you can
We wear
legally wear a
masks
mask.
before we get pulled over, B.
Right. So you can legally
You
wear a
get locked
mask
the
now.
fuck up or shot. Yeah.
So that's a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But I
That's
also,
crazy.
yeah, I'm building what I'm saying? I'm taking time building brick by brick. I'll be out of here soon. I'm gonna make sure my foundation is laid before I make that move, you heard?
No doubt. I mean, just just take it day by day, man, and just do it. Like I didn't have no proper way of doing it. I just did it, and I'm like, I think doing it and being other places in the world and then going back home and then moving somewhere else is some different shit. People like, you done been around the planet. I'm like, yeah, but I grew up in New York all my life, man. Like, so it's not easy to just break that shit. But for the past
Right.
few years, man, I was like, yo, something kept telling me, yo, leave, man. Like, something's going on or something gonna happen to you if you don't leave. And this is the first
Yeah.
time in my life I listened to my intuition.
Wow. I know
And
where
I
you
got, yeah, I got
I ain't
up out
gonna
of
ask you where
dark.
you at, but I know where you at is hot. I know you moved to some hot weather city.
Yeah. Shit, I got Central Air and all that shit where I'm at. I'm
Yeah, I know
good.
you good. I knew you moved to a
Yeah,
hot city. That's what's up.
yeah, yeah,
Definitely,
man.
definitely.
I'm
That's good,
thankful. I'm
man.
blessed. I'm happy we did this shit. Um, Yo, I ain't take you serious at first though. I ain't know how serious you's gonna be, but I see you dead serious about what you doing. I've been seeing the interviews and I'm like,
Yeah, definitely. I've been doing this shit
yeah,
for years, man. But I
yeah,
just do it, mixing between the music and whatever. Cause I've been on the road, like went out
stretch it
Atlanta,
up.
all of that. Invited
Right.
out with the camera and all of that. Went on so it's there. But now I feel like I got to step it up even more because I see a lot of rappers and a lot of guys like ain't no shows. A lot of dudes is coming to this lane right now, and it's about to get congested. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I gotta let them
yeah,
know, man. I've been doing this. Don't come stepping on my toes. Niggas know I can vouch that I've been doing this. You know what I mean?
yeah. But you have your own story though, so we all have a
Yeah,
story, and niggas can't shut you down
definitely.
because you got. I mean, we for the most part we all linked in some kind of way. We might have the same people we know in some
Yeah,
roundabout way or
definitely.
something like that, but you got your own story, so niggas can't
It
shut you
was
down.
funny, right? That's a fact. You know what's funny? When I go to these shows or I'll be out at these rap events and shit, and a lot of dudes that know me for the last couple of years that don't really know me like from back then, and they see me with guys like Flush or Mike G or Wu Tang members or whatever, they be trying to figure it out. Like, yo, he don't know nobody. Like, how he know them? Like I'm a
Right.
type of like, you know what I'm saying? Clout chasing something. And I be like, then they come to find out, like, yeah, this dude really do know people. You know what I mean? Like over the years with a lot of relationships, we all laugh about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
a lot of that stem from being on the road with you. A lot of dudes
Right.
that I made relationships from being on the road with you back in the days that we run into each other and like, oh shit, what up? You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
we laugh about certain shit. That's a
Right.
fact.
Yeah,
So,
and
I do
shit,
got
we
stories,
around
man.
today to talk about it. So that's the beauty in that shit. We could tell the stories now if we want to.
That's a fact. I told you, ain't no feeling when we open up. As soon as we get off a stage, you come, start doing your thing. But when you drop that times up, the shit is bananas, my nigga. I'm always gonna
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
Shit
man.
get bananas. We rocking shit. That was a good
Yeah,
era, man. That's why my
great era.
MC primary source MC brother. Yo, I call him my mixtape album that I'm about to do. It's probably my last project. It's called Last of an
Mhm.
Era. That's what I'm
Last of
naming
an
it.
era.
Last of an Era. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a fact. That was good times, man. And I look forward to the future. I like what I do now. This is like I retired and started a whole new career. Like I got hired to drive a UPS truck or something. That's how I look at this shit. Like it's something
Right.
different, man. You know what I
Nah, I
mean?
mean, yo, people have multiple job titles or businesses, like, so it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we
You
not
don't see
supposed
yourself doing?
to get stuck doing one thing. Like I said, you know, Joe owned, Fat Joe owned multiple things. But people
Right.
think he just doing the rap music, and it's just like, nah, like he's into a lot of other shit, and
You got sneaker
he
stores and all of that.
right, he obviously got bigger relationships than certain people to get certain ways, but that's how you utilize this shit. That's what you're supposed to do. If you know Tommy Mottola, then you should be able to, finesse something out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely, definitely.
Joe be teaching me how to do things when I watch him. Like, yo, he just got the revolt shit from doing his shit
Yeah.
online too. So it's
Yeah.
like, yo, he got multiple hustles. There's nothing wrong with you having multiple hustles. So our lives ain't over, nigga. We just getting started.
That's a
Instead
fact.
of
You don't
being in
see
the club, you want to be in the fucking island. You know what I mean?
you don't want to do media? You don't see yourself doing media, doing a podcast or a little show or something?
Why you even asking me that? You hardly see me anywhere. More or less, me doing some media shit.
I'm
You
asking,
know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like,
Yo,
nah, I leave the
yo,
media.
shit.
I leave the media to the people who know how to. That's not something I'm interested in.
I feel you. But nowadays, man, everybody be transitioning to something else. You know what I'm saying?
hmm I just feel
Yeah.
like you ain't got to share what you do with everybody either. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
certain
right,
things
right.
you share with the people, but it's not my job, or it's not. I shouldn't have to give you my whole life. Like I gave you pieces of my life for shit, damn near 30 years in the
Yeah.
public. You know what I'm saying? In the public eye, and it's on record. You can Google me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I mean, shit,
Definitely.
any one of us can be Googled now, but
Yeah. Yo, it's
my
funny you
my
said
life
that,
is,
right?
yeah,
You know
huh?
what's crazy? I had a song from '96. Me and P, we was on that Camp to Soul label when we went on that college tour. And the
Mm,
song that we did is called New Face. And I was like, damn, I wish I'd had a copy of that song. 'Cause I still got the vinyl. It's in my aunt crib on the wall. She like framed it. Then I went on the internet. Somebody sent me the link. It's like a YouTube page that got all the music from back then, and they got the whole album. And I found my song on there. I was kind of
yeah,
like, wow. But I was like, oh, okay. So now, you know what I mean? I caught myself
yeah,
jamming that shit.
yeah.
So,
Everything that you put out, like any pictures, anything that's make its way to the internet is no taking that shit back. So,
that's a fact.
it
That's a
is what
fact.
it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm I'm accessible to people, but accessible as I want to be with people. Like, I'm not just letting everybody into my personal lives. That's not
I
what
hear
this
you.
shit is about.
Yeah, that works for you. You always been like that anyway. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Ain't no need to
indeed.
change now.
Mm-mm,
That's a fact. Ain't no need to
not at
change now,
all.
man. That's
Yeah,
a fact, man. So salute. Oh, I know we've been chopping it up for a while, my nigga. You know what I mean?
no
Shit.
doubt,
They
man.
about to hit us with another hour.
Yeah,
Wow. But
yes,
with 20,
yeah.
2021, tell it what the people can look for from you.
Probably my last album, 2021. I still got a couple of obligations as far as group shit. My man Apathy
Okay.
with the Perestroika thing. Um,
Okay.
I think P want to do another Opium album. Um,
Nice,
or
nice.
OCPF Cutting album. I got to talk to
Salute,
P.
PF. He
Um,
just mixed down a record for me too. I gotta get in touch with him. The shit I got called I'm Tired. And shit
right,
dope too. Yeah, he
yeah,
just mastered it for me. That probably be a single coming up in the end of the year for me.
no doubt.
Word.
But that's about it, man. And you know, you can
Last
follow me
album,
on
you got a
this
title?
shit, Instagram, all that shit, OC and DITC, and see what's on the agenda.
You ain't got no title for the album?
Nah. My whole format changed after this shit hit, man. Whatever this shit is, and I've been sitting back and watching it, to see what's going on. If it's worth making another album, is it, conducive to what's going on? Because I don't know how people. I don't want to make people feel sad, and I don't want to do nothing that's too happy. So I got to figure out somewhere in the middle. Yeah, how to get people's attention, especially calling it the last album.
I hear you. I look forward to that though. Definitely. I definitely gonna spread the word. Just let me know. I definitely put the promo. You already.
No doubt, man.
I look forward to that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see you in like a drop or something. Give me a shout out on there. See you a drop or something. Hip hop room, Mickey Bundle. You heard?
No doubt.
But I when I start getting these joints together, whatever, I'll send you a preview though. Let you hear what I'm fucking with.
All right,
I got that joint out now. Now they don't like me. Cuban Link Chain. Got out for like a year and a half. Shit doing good money on the internet. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, just put music out. Put out what you feeling good about, man. Like, and that shit'll reflect to the people when they hear it.
Yeah. That's why this joint I'm putting out. This how I'm feeling. The hook is like, I'm tired of these niggas who lied to these niggas. Not inspired by these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas. That's how I be feeling. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Yeah, so I'm on it though. Salute. Good chopping it up with you, my God, man.
History, yo, whenever, man. Right anytime, whatever. I see you about this shit now. Like, I see you dead serious, so I'll never doubt you again.
A word? You was some doubt there, kid?
Nah, it wasn't a doubt in that way. I just felt like, yo, I see a lot of people doing this shit now, so it's like, how you gonna interview me and you know me? Like,
I get you.
I get what you're saying.
I've been doing this shit since 2012.
I think this is what people need. Like, people need to see that, they familiar with each other. They could talk, like he'll open up. He'll talk about some shit probably he didn't talk about with anybody else. And, you know what I'm saying? Because, Buns know him. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. But it makes good conversation because it's like, I don't have to feel nervous or feel like not know what to ask you. So it was smooth. Like, it was just like, it wasn't like nothing, you know what I mean? We had a nice conversation. It was organic. It wasn't no made up shit. You know what I mean? That's dope. So everybody that's out there, thanks for checking in, man. Salute to my guy, OC. Y'all go add me to Hip Hop Room, Mickey Bundles. Look forward to his new project. Check out his old projects, man. Salute, my nigga. I'm gonna be hitting you up, though. Stay up, my guy.
No doubt, man.
Salute. All right, 1 peace.
1.